You were not created to be on call 24/7 for notifications, likes, or updates. You have a mind. You have discipline. You have the ability to choose what deserves your focus, your time, your energy, and that choice, that's power, that's control. There's a difference between using your phone with intention and letting it use you without your consent. Intention means you pick it up when you need to, not when it buzzes, not when it lights up, not when you're bored. You pick it up because it serves your purpose, not because it hijacks your attention. We treat our phones like lifelines, like without them, we're lost. But the truth is, without control, we're the ones getting lost in distraction, in comparison, in the noise. And when that happens, we stop being fully present in our own lives. We miss the moments, we miss the people, we miss ourselves. If your phone tells you when to wake up, when to check in, when to respond, when to rest, and when to react, then it's calling the shots. And you're just following along. That's not how it should be. That's not what the phone was meant for. It was meant to be a tool like a hammer or a pen. It's supposed to be something you pick up when you need it, not something that's always in your hand, always in your mind, always in your way. Control doesn't mean deleting everything. It doesn't mean going off the grid. It means discipline. It means making decisions that serve your life, not sabotage it. It means turning off notifications, setting limits, taking breaks, and reclaiming your attention. It means remembering that your time is precious. Your focus is powerful. Your life is happening right now, not in the feed, not on the screen, but right here. And if you're not careful, you'll miss it. Not your money, not your connections, not even your time. Because without attention, your time is wasted. Attention is what makes time count. Attention is what turns hours into progress, moments into memories, and ideas into act. Where you place your attention determines the quality of your life, the depth of your relationships, and the impact of your work. We're living in an attention economy. That's what people don't always see. The product isn't the app. It isn't the video. It isn't even the content. The real product is you. More specifically, your focus, your eyes, your clicks, your presence. Companies aren't competing for your dollars as much as they're fighting for your gaze. Because if they can get your attention, the money follows, ads get sold, data gets collected, influence gets built. And so the battle is on. Your phone lights up not because something important happened, but because it wants you to look. The sound, the vibration, the little red bubble, the breaking news banner, it's all a system designed to interrupt you, to break your concentration, to keep you reactive instead of intentional. Because if you're reacting all the time, you're not thinking. And when you're not thinking, you're easier to guide, to manipulate, to sell to. Think about how much energy it takes to focus these days. You sit down to do something meaningful, read a book, start a project, talk to a friend, and within minutes, your phone is nudging you. Check this, or look at that. Or someone posted something new, and you don't even notice how often it's happening. Because it's normal now, it's constant. And we've been trained to answer every call, every ping, every buzz like it's urgent, even when it's not. But here's the thing. Every time you shift your attention, you pay a price. Your brain has to reorient, refocus, reset. It might take seconds, it might take minutes. Multiply that by dozens or hundreds of interruptions a day, and you're left with a mind that's scattered, distracted, and tired. That's not a small cost. That's everything. Because you can't create anything meaningful in fragments. You can't grow if your attention is always being pulled away from the task, from the goal, from the vision. Your attention is what fuels your growth. If you want to master a skill, you need deep focus. If you want to build a relationship, you need to be present. If you want to understand yourself, to make wise decisions, to discover your purpose, you need silence, clarity, space. And all of that begins with attention. Not just passive noticing, but active choosing. You have to choose where your attention goes, because if you don't, someone else will choose for you. People talk about multitasking like it's some badge of honor. But the truth is, multitasking is just switching your attention really fast and losing a little bit of quality every time you do. The more divided your attention, the more shallow you're thinking. The more shallow you're thinking, the more ordinary your results. And you weren't made for ordinary. You weren't built to live on autopilot, just reacting to whatever appears on your screen. You were made for intention, for direction, for excellence. Look at the people doing great things in any field. Athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, leaders. What do they all have in common? Focus. They guard their attention like treasure because they understand how valuable it is. They know that distractions are the enemy of progress. That attention is the fuel behind every breakthrough, and they treat it accordingly. They design their environments to protect. They say no to things that don't matter. They train their minds to stay in the moment. And it's not just about productivity. It's about your peace of mind. When your attention is always scattered, your thoughts get noisy. You feel overwhelmed, anxious, restless. But when your attention is clear and directed, you find calm. You gain power because now you are the one choosing what matters. You are the one deciding where your mind goes, what you feed it, and what you ignore. You have more control than you think. You can turn off the noise. You can step away from the endless scroll. You can set boundaries and build habits that protect your attention like it's gold. Because it is. You don't get to build a meaningful life unless you learn to invest your attention in what truly matters. That's what it was meant to be, a tool. Something you pick up when you need it. Something you put down when the task is done. But somewhere along the way, we stopped using it and started serving it. We went from creators to consumers, from intentional users to passive scrollers. And now the lines are blurred. We call it connection, but we feel more isolated. We call it productivity, but we're getting less done. We say it helps us relax, but our minds are more anxious than ever. The purpose of a tool is to help you build something. A hammer builds houses, a pen writes books. A phone, when used right, can help you communicate, learn, work, and grow. But like any tool, it's only useful when you control it. If a hammer swings itself, it's not helping you, it's dangerous. And that's where we are with our phones and devices. They're not just tools anymore. They've become environments we live in, places we escape to, habits we don't question. The moment your phone becomes your default when you're bored, when you're tired, when you're uncomfortable, it's no longer a tool, it's a distraction. It's something you're using to avoid life, not engage with it. Distraction feels good in the moment. It gives you a break from the noise in your head, from the pressure of your responsibilities, from the weight of real life. But that break comes at a cost. The cost is focus, clarity, peace, and time you don't get back. We think of distraction as harmless, but it has real consequences. Projects get delayed, conversations get shallow, moments get missed, your goals drift further away because your energy is constantly being pulled in the wrong direction. And it's not just big things, it's the little daily choices. Reaching for your phone when you could be reading, scrolling through videos when you could be thinking, checking notifications instead of noticing what's right in front of you. Over time, those little distractions add up. They shape who you become. When you use technology with purpose, it becomes powerful. It can teach you things you never knew. It can connect you to mentors, to opportunities, to people who inspire you. It can help you organize your life, track your habits, and build your dreams. But the key word is purpose. You have to be intentional. You have to ask yourself why you're picking it up, what you're looking for, and whether it's really helping you or just keeping you busy. We don't always notice when we've crossed that line, from using to escaping, from choosing to reacting. That's because technology is designed to be invisible in its control. It rewards us with likes, notifications, endless content, things that feel like pleasure but are really just loops. You don't stop scrolling because there's always one more thing, one more update. And the more you fall into that loop, the less control you have over your attention, your time, your mind, but you can reclaim it. You can change the way you use technology by changing your relationship with it. That means setting boundaries, not checking your phone first thing in the morning, not falling asleep within your hand, not interrupting your focus every few minutes just to see what's new. It means turning off notifications you don't need. It means having time in your day where your phone is nowhere near you, so you can actually be where you are. It also means rethinking what you consume. Not all content is created equal. Some things inspire you, some teach you, some challenge you to grow, and others just keep you numb. You have to become selective, intentional. Just like you wouldn't eat everything in sight without thinking about how it affects your body, you shouldn't consume everything that shows up on your screen without thinking about how it affects your mind. You are responsible for how you use the tools you've been given. Just because everyone else is distracted doesn't mean you have to be. Just because it's easy to scroll doesn't mean it's harmless. Every time you use technology, ask yourself, Is this helping me move forward, or is it just helping me pass time? Am I using this to build or just to escape? Is this tool in my hands or am I in its grip? Because when you're building a life, when you've got goals and purpose, you don't have time to waste chasing distractions disguised as entertainment. You don't have energy to pour into things that don't give anything back. You need clarity. You need intention. You need to remember that every tool is only as useful as the hand that holds it. It starts quietly. You open your phone, scroll through your feed, and suddenly, without even realizing it, you're measuring your life against someone else's highlight reel. They're traveling the world. They're in love. They're building businesses. They got the perfect body, the perfect home, the perfect smile. You don't stop to ask what's behind the picture, what it took to get there, what parts are missing. All you see is the result. And you compare it to your process, your struggle, your in-between. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to kill joy. It sneaks in not with loud announcements, but with quiet doubts. It whispers, "Oh, behind, who are not enough." A look at them, then look at you. And once it starts, it's hard to turn it off. It eats away at your confidence. It blinds you to your own progress. It takes the gratitude out of your day and replaces it with envy, with anxiety, with shame. You stop seeing your wins because all you can see is what you think you lack. The phone in your hand has given you access to more lives than you were ever meant to see. 100 stories, 1,000 updates, all in one place. And the more you watch, the more you forget what's real. It can't give you the weight of silence between two people who trust each other. It can't give you the warmth of laughter echoing in the same room, the energy of a real hug, the clarity that comes from being fully here now. We've trained ourselves to reach for the screen when we're bored, uncomfortable, uncertain. Every empty space gets filled. Every quiet moment becomes another chance to scroll. But those quiet moments are where life breathes. That space between things, the pause between the noise, that's where insight happens. That's where rest happens. That's where relationships deepen. When we fill every gap with a screen, we miss the chance to actually engage with our own thoughts, with our emotions, with the people around us. Look at the way we walk through the world now. Heads down, eyes glazed over, fingers moving. We miss the way the light hits the trees, the way someone smiles at us in passing, the way the world speaks in small, beautiful details. We're moving through life without living it. We're recording moments to look back on later instead of being present enough to live them now. And when it's all said and done, you don't remember the likes you got. You remember the conversations, the touch, the laughter, the rawness of reality. There's a difference between being connected and being present. The phone connects you to people miles away, but it can pull you away from the person sitting right in front of you. It gives you the illusion of community while feeding isolation. It gives you endless updates but robs you of depth. You can be connected to the entire world and still feel alone if you're not truly present in your real life. Presence takes practice. It's not flashy. It doesn't come with notifications or filters or quick rewards. It's slow. It's quiet. It's sometimes uncomfortable, but it's real. It's where love grows, where healing happens, where memories are made. It's what you wish you had more of when you look back. More time with the people who mattered, more days lived fully, not just captured for show. We need to relearn how to be bored, how to sit still, how to have a conversation without checking our phones mid-sentence, how to eat a meal without documenting it, how to walk down the street and actually look around. We need to remind ourselves that not every moment has to be shared. Not every thought has to be tweeted. Not every second has to be filled. Life doesn't ask to be broadcast. It asks to be lived. The best parts of life aren't things you post about. They're quiet, private, often unseen. They're the mornings when you wake up at peace. The late night talks that go deeper than expected. The laughter that comes from something only you and your people understand. The feeling of growth that no one else notices, but you know it's there. Those things don't live on a screen. They live in your heart, your mind, your memory. The more time you spend on your screen, the less time you have for the things that really make you feel alive. And the hard truth is, you don't get those moments back. Time is moving whether you're paying attention or not. Life is happening right now in your body, in your home, in your relationships. And if your head is always somewhere else, inside a post, a video, a headline, you're not just missing out on life. You're letting it pass you by while you watch someone else live theirs. There's always going to be a choice between what's easy and what's meaningful, between comfort and growth, between what gives you instant satisfaction and what gives you lasting fulfillment. And that choice shows up every single day, especially when you're holding a phone in your hand. That device is designed to give you what feels good right now. A hit of dopamine, a laugh, a scroll that goes on forever. It doesn't ask what matters to you. It doesn't care what you're building. It only cares that you stay hooked. Discipline is the muscle that pulls you back to purpose. Live before you like, because you've only got one life. And I promise you, your destiny, it ain't in your phone, it's in you. Thank you.